What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with more Konosuba. Now, today we're going to be talking about the new banners that dropped in the game, and I believe they dropped yesterday, in fact. But I want to actually cover these and talk about them, because we haven't really analyzed these banners in any kind of real, reasonable detail, and the real question becomes, are each and every one of these banners, really worth hitting? Or should you wait until we get, a 4-star ticket and really kind of hope you pick these up on the backside? Because while some of these units, are arguably extremely good, looking at you, Christmas Wheeze, some units we get, probably could be a little bit better, or maybe are units that you don't necessarily need right out of the gate. So we're going to look at very special things about each banner. Now, we have a wind element banner, and we have a wind element event that currently dropped. But I'm really going to look at the Hot Springs unit right off the bat, because these are our new ones. And then obviously, if you're really going after them, you're going to hit this banner. But you could also hit, because they're both wind element, you could hit the wind element banner in seeking these units. But if I'm totally honest, if you're after these units specifically, probably going to hit this banner. But you do have double your chances. So let's go take a look at this real quick, okay? So first up, we've got Bath Battle Union, okay? 1604 HP, agility is 68, physical attack is 258, magic attack is 311, that's pretty good, and magic defense is 216, so she's got really good stats. But let's look at her attacks. That's really where the vast majority of the difference comes in. 199% wind magic damage to one enemy, so she's single target on that skill. It does have a 19-second cooldown, but here's what's really interesting about this. Becomes a 273% attack when HP is at or above 70%. So she could hit really, really, really hard if you ever coupled with a good healer. Then you've got Wind Cutter. All these stats are at skill level 5, so they do lose a little bit of potency until you have them completely maxed. But we read off the max skills, and then you're going to decide accordingly when or if you want to max these units. This is a 162% wind magic damage to one enemy once again, single target skill. 229 when HP is at or below 50%. So you're going to get that one a lot. That's really nice. You're going to get the extra damage out of that one fairly frequently. And cooldown on that one is only 15 seconds. So you're looking at a single target unit exclusively. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. There's a lot of events, including the latest wind event, that is strictly single target. We'll kind of talk. I'm going to bring this into that here in a few moments and talk about it. That's part of my decision-making skills on this. But the base skill is Wind Shot. 113% wind damage to one enemy with 0 cooldown. Of course, it's a base attack. And her sub-skill is plus 6% attack when using wind or light attacks. So she does 2 elements. That's really nice. That's actually really, really nice. Now, she is single target. She is kind of limited, but I do simply like the fact that she gets a little bit of extra damage. Don't believe she's time limited, unless I'm completely wrong with that, but I do not believe she's time limited. So, honestly, good unit. I'm going to withhold judgment for a little bit. Let's actually talk about the other unit on here, and that is Dust, Hot Spring Dust. 119 HP, or sorry, 1996 HP. Agility is 70, physical attack is 311, magic attack is 238. Notice the stats are basically reversed. Magic defense is 178, physical defense is 212. So his physical defense is higher because he's a physical unit. Dex is 70, luck is 63. Now, skills are, like I said before, the biggest difference. Tornado Slash, this is the big skill. 199% wind physical damage to one enemy, so single target. 273, now here's the big caveat on this. 273 if the enemy has a status condition. That's any status condition. That could be defense down, attack down, anything like that. If he has a status condition, this is going to hit harder. I do like that. That is a really nice skill. So you are definitely going to reap some benefits on that very, very frequently. The really awesome part about this, Cyclone Smash. And Tornado Slash has a 19-second cooldown. Cyclone Slash, usually these the second skills have a much softer cooldown. In other words, like, that's 19 seconds. This would be like 15 seconds or something. This is 21 seconds. It's a 155% win physical damage to all enemies. So it's an AoE attack, too, on top of that. And minor chance to poison them. So, here's the thing. You have an ailment here. An ailment is a status effect. So really, in reality, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit him with Cyclone Smash and then Tornado Slash, and hoping that you get the poison off. Basically, if you use this unit right, you're going to be putting all kinds of units in front of him that have some kind of ailment or status effect or something like that, so the Tornado Slash can come out of the gate and do insane amounts of damage. This unit's really good. I really do like this unit. Okay, physical attack booster 6%, and base attack is just 126 normal. Physical damage to one enemy with, of course, 0 cooldown. So I do like these, but there's a couple things I want to consider before I go crazy on this, all right? So let's look at the Smithy. Now, Union I think is good, but I think she's got limited things she's going to work on. So Union would be a good cleaner, somebody you put on the last 2 slots. Whereas Dust is somebody that's going to do really good in single target, really good in AoE. Dust is somebody that's great all the way around. I like Dust. I think he's got great skills. But aside from his, like, given, like, you know, Dust sword, the very specific sword that he's going to get, is there a wind sword? That kind of is going to be a decision maker here. And actually, there is not a wind sword up here. Now, obviously, if you have Chunchun Maru, great. But if you're, like, slightly earlier in the game and you actually don't have Chunchun Maru or even the Enigma Blade, you're going to be relying either on getting Dust's specialty weapon or something like that. But there is no 4-star wind element weapon, and that, I think, is a slight detriment to him. I don't think it's a huge deal now that we have personalized weapons, but it is something to take into account. The other thing to consider here, if I go into Quest, and I go into the current event, and I'm going to go all the way up here. Now, we didn't talk about this too deeply yesterday, and I'll talk about team building on this, but if I go to Extreme 2, here's the team. Oh, I need some. Yeah, let's burn some skip tickets real quick so I can actually show you this team. I don't really care what we're going to go into. We're going to do part 2, and I'm going to burn, like, I don't know, my daily 20. We'll burn my daily 20 skip tickets just to get this out of the way. All right. If you didn't know, you got to burn 20 skip tickets just to get some of your daily rewards. So there we go. There's my daily skip tickets. Let's go back over here. I know it's 25, not 20, but whatever. I'm not losing sleep. Okay. Extreme 2. Do I still not have enough? Are you serious? Bruh. Alright, fine. We'll do all my hard modes real quick then, too. Because you just want to be like that. Here we go. So there's 1. Or I say that's 3, 6. You got to do 10 of these bad boys. So there's 9. And normally I just do 12 just because of reasons. There we go. Now, back to the show. Going back up here to events, and that is going to give me my daily rewards, so that's really nice. Go back up here. Extreme 2, finally. And actually, because I have so many tickets, I can actually go do a double, but I'm going to do a single here. Just because of reasons. Here's the team that I'm currently running. Now, I do, because it's a single target, I can actually run Rem in the front. Rem is really good. She's maxed out. She's got her own personalized weapon. She's really great all the way around. But the rest of my units are predominantly wind units. And I've put these two on the back because these two... Okay. When did I get a bond to her? I picked up a bond to her at some point. Well, there we go. She's now maxed out. I didn't realize she was maxed out. I should honestly put her in the front. But I do know for a fact that she has no bonds in her. Okay? And Chris doesn't either. Well, I take it back. She's got 1 bond in her. So my team is good. Probably not phenomenal. Just good. How many does this... She has 1 bond in her as well. So both... yeah. Chris has got 1 bond. Aqua's got 1 bond. I do have 1 unit here maxed. I've gotten very lucky on her. In fact, my prior run, I didn't even have her maxed. And then Celio's got nothing in her. So it's a really respectable team. Not end-of-the-world stuff. But, you know, most of those units I've acquired just through the general pool and through general luck. So let's see if they can handle their own and how they kind of do here. Because that's going to be part of my decision-making. Is, do I need the new units? Yes, Dust would be fun. But as it appears right now, I'm actually doing a really respectable job at this. Now I'm hoping that Aqua doesn't get taken out. Well, there goes our healer, for goodness sakes. Well, that is a beast and a half. I can honestly say I have easily cleared this prior, but he did target my healers, so let's see what happens here. Okay. Rem's essay is not a wind element, but actually, you know what? Looks like we got this. Looks like this is in the bag. Man, look at that. I haven't counted the team out when we lost our healer, and we just still went in and wrecked it out. So, there you go. With ease, I would argue. With ease. So, for me, I'm going to skip these banners. I say that. I take them back. I'm not going to skip the banners. What I'd like to do in this situation, so I don't really need a huge amount of wind units. I just like to come in here periodically and do my once daily. Okay, doesn't look like that's gonna be anything. Ooh, we got a 3-star at least. We got fan service Erica. Because you never know. Sometimes, and these are paid. These I've got a little bit of extra paid iris laying around. Paid quartz. Whew, wrong game. Gonna get eaten alive for that in the comments. And 2-star. So I didn't really get anything really, outstanding there. But I gotta say, if I had to make a choice here, because we do still have the New Year's units available, if I had to make a decision, the New Year's banner, you actually do get pretty much rewarded for doing summons. So if I had to choose somewhere to drop my free-to-play quartz, I'm going to do it on the New Year's banner. I think the New Year's banner just has a better payout. I think the units are a little bit better. And I think you just have better odds of getting something really good. So, I hate to say it, as much as I like Dust, we've got enough win units in here. Unless you're hurting for a win team, you really don't need to go crazy on it. The units will be around. And, if you just want some good units to fill out a team, I just prefer these units, personally. Yeah, I'm weird. But I will admit, I cannot deny that Dust definitely has something going for him. That skill 1, the Tornado Slash, is going to be absolutely monstrous and will be phenomenal with the right build team. So I do like that a lot, and I do eventually want to get him, but at the moment I'm not going to chase him. I hate to say it, I'm not going to chase him, because I do feel like we're going to get more units down the road that are probably going to have that skill, and at the moment I just don't need it for my win team. So for me, I'm going to pass. Let me know your opinions in the comments section down below. But for me, I think this juncture it's a pass. Like, comment, share. I'll catch you guys on the next one.